Gonna need the right key for that. No idea what's supposed to fit. Sunglasses? They've gotta be from Edward. Actually, an umbrella would be better right now. But what the hell? Sunglasses. Probably from Edward, for my black eyes. Someone's broken the door in with an axe by the look of it. Damn! Looks as though Tom has been here. Ugh. God damn it. There are some things you just don't want to see. I'd better get out of here.
Rain, rain, go away. Tomorrow will be a rainy day.
Damn.
Then comes the snow. Don't you know?
Ralph? That you? Ralph!
I was only playing with him.
Ralph! What happened? Am I hearing voices of the dead? Or was that really Ralph? Ralph has got his revenge. No thanks. It looks worse than a butcher's shop in there. closed. Hello? No one there. A golden sword hilt. It was hidden in Victoria's jewelry box. It's missing a gemstone. Strange. It's never been so quiet here before. Closed for business.
Adrian! It's done. Case closed. Angelina's letter convinced the judge completely.
Some good news.
A lot more than that. And is there anything I can do for you?
Now with the case closed, all of the pieces of evidence are no longer required, right?
In theory, not anymore, no.
Then it wouldn't be a problem if I got the bracelet back. You do know that it's a family heirloom.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Zach!
Hmm? Please.
Any new developments in the Tom case?
None. That piece that has disappeared. Not even Bobby's seen anything of him.
Would it affect your transfer if you found him?
What a question. Of course it would. The faster the... Hey, you've not just...
Well, if I were you, when it stops raining, I'd get myself over to the shack in the woods, over at Warm Hill, and, take a closer look around.
Ha! Have you actually found his hiding place? If things get too boring for you up at the castle, I could do with a good constable.
Thanks, but, I've had to answer to a higher calling. How's it looking with your transfer?
Now that's lying on my boss's desk. And knowing him like I do, he's gonna let me stew for a while. But it'll come through sooner or later.
Goodbye.
Fare thee well, my lord.
I don't want to bump into Joyce looking like this. She's always believed in the good in me. I don't want to shake that belief. A whole load of photos of my family, with a grave candle in front of them. And then what have we got here? A pair of pliers. I'll take those and the candle. I don't need the other stuff right now. The bracelet is an old family heirloom. It's made of silver and is decorated with rubies. One ruby's enough. I wouldn't know what I might ask her.
The ruby fits exactly into the socket on the hilt of the sword.
There's a spiral staircase here. I can't see how far down it goes. It has to be a good few stories. Ladies first.
Are you scared? Or are you exercising your role as lord of the manor?
The Guardian isn't allowed to die. Those were your words. I'm just playing it safe. That's supposed to be the catacombs? Looks like the sewer system.
Patience. This is just the beginning. That's most strange. What are Pictish glyphs doing here on English medieval walls? Death on its own without any other glyphs isn't a good sign. The house in connection with an amphora. That could mean a store. Amphoras were used back then like barrels are today. An earlier version of a torch, and I've never seen this symbol before. An earlier version of a torch, and a bird usually represents the death of a person, and we've got a head which fits with this. From whoever. The fish is the symbol for the first day after a new moon. With a hand, though, that doesn't make sense. The house in a circle. That's a new one for me. That could point to a family property or inheritance. The chain comes out of the shaft and disappears into the water. A swimming pool for cellar ghosts? I don't understand why that's supposed to be here. There's standing water throughout the whole drainage system. Maybe the outflow's blocked somewhere.
The whole thing could be some kind of cistern. It collects rainwater from all over the castle. It's brought here and then goes stagnant. No, there has to be an outflow somewhere as well. There are hieroglyphics etched all around here. Did the Druids build these walls? A bird relief. A bird relief. Here's an illustration of a house and a jar. Here's a pitchfork and a flower. There's a bird and a head chiseled in here. There's a fish and a hand on this column. In this environment, that can only be a whirlpool. Huh, the water's been standing there for some time. I reckon that's the remains of the water from putting out the fire. At any rate, it's not normal sewage. A hefty chain. It's hanging into the water. The bucket is half full of a white salt, probably for when it's icy. I'll take a handful of grit salt with me, just in case I have to help some old grandma cross an icy street. So now I've got the option to connect something up down there. A candle for the dead. Here's the end of the extension cable. There's a thick electric cable hanging from the roof, just above a puddle of water. Craig was right. It isn't safe down here. A construction light, just like the ones all around the castle, except without any power. Energy. Empty. I'm guessing that they used to store wine or beer here back in the day. Those days are long gone, though. Boxes of empty wine bottles. Just in case there's a life for me after Mordred, I'm gonna give this castle a real cleanup and throw at all of this old junk. Well, I'll hand the job over to Edward, of course. There are only busted boxes and barrels back there. There are drains under the puddles, but the sewer system couldn't cope with the huge volume of extinguishing water. The water isn't draining away anymore. Valentina! Can you hear me?
Yes?
Valentina! Can you hear me?
Yes?
Must be a seriously heavy water bucket if you need a chain like that to lift it. I don't think that the pump will suck up a metal chain. I think that's the power connection for the water pump. I guess there were no power plugs back then. Oh, that's just one pole. Does this thing use direct current? So I wonder where you attach the other pole. That's the water pump, which they use to pump away the extinguishing water. It's a real monster, and ancient, too. I'm surprised that thing even works. The wire rope is wrapped tightly around the pipe. I guess it's an earth for the water pump. Or is it the second pole? You can turn the pump on and off with that. You can even adjust the direction of rotation and the speed. Theoretically, I could pump the cellar full of water again, slowly or quickly. Quite a clear design. The motor's on the right, the pump device is on the left. The two are connected with a long shaft. The innards of a water pump. There are two huge water basins here. They must go back to when they had no running water. Nothing's happening. There are metal grates lying around the well. No idea what they're for. There are metal grates lying... If I wrap the chain around the drive shaft, I could use the water pump as a winch. I hope the motor's powerful enough. Cellars are often used as the last resting place for all sorts of heavy junk. And it's no different in British castles. At first glance, there's nothing useful leaping out at me here. At the second one, too. I guess that's the main switch for the electricity in the cellar. Who needs fuses if you've got such a big lever? The electricity is on. I should be careful where I step and what I touch. The electricity is off again. If it weren't for me being a former student of physics, I'd call that kind of action suicide. Now, the end of the cable's hanging directly in the water. I'll give the pepper and chilies a miss. The puddle's seasoned enough. Nothing's happening. The power cable is now hanging through the grill and straight into the water. There are drains under the puddles, but the sewer system couldn't cope with the huge volume of extinguishing water. The water isn't draining away anymore. I'll put the cable into the connecting terminal on the pump. The electricity is on. I should be careful where I step and what I touch. There are drains under the puddles, but the sewer system couldn't cope with the huge volume of extinguishing water. The water isn't draining away anymore. I can't wind the chain anymore. Something's blocked.
What are you up to? I'm impressed.
I wouldn't know what I might ask her. The well shaft leads directly down to the catacombs. Damn, and I thought I'd pulled the plug out of the bath. Valentina,
Yes.
do any of these symbols around us mean anything to you?
These symbols look like Pictish glyphs. Obviously an ancient form of writing, more than 6,000 years old. So I'm wondering what business have they got being on these walls?
Maybe one of my ancestors thought they looked nice? Do you know what they mean?
Sort of. But don't ask me how you vocalize them.
I can't see any other exit here. Can you?
Looks like we're in a dead-end street.
But it can't be, though. It has to continue somewhere. Maybe there's another secret passage.
Certainly not out of the question. Keep your eyes open.
What do you think's going on with this cage?
I don't think that's a cage, in the usual sense.
How come? Isn't it a wonderful torture device, especially with the water?
Oh, right. So that's your interpretation of a normal cage usage.
Don't forget, I'm being possessed by an 800-year-old tyrant.
There's nothing to discuss with Abe.
What the heck's a cage doing down here in the middle of the catacombs? Good to know. I could lock up unwelcome visitors in here.
It really would have been better to have taken a hotel room.
I wouldn't know what I might ask her.
Adrian, are you down there?
Sorry, you must have dialed the wrong well.
That's too dangerous. I'm not going to know up here what Adrian's doing down there.
I wouldn't know what I might ask her. The well shaft leads directly down to the catacombs. A shelf of wine bottles. As far as I can tell, they're all still full. 1953. Either extremely valuable or completely disgusting.
Adrian, are you down there?
Sorry, you must have...
That's too dangerous. If he's in a cage, he could drown.
I'll tie the rope to the column here and let it down the shaft. There's a rope hanging in the well. Valentina,
Yes.
I've hung the rope into the well.
What are you thinking of doing with the rope?
When I pull on it, you turn on the winch up there and let me down. When I'm running out of air down there, I'll pull again and you winch me back up.
I think I can manage that.
Okay, hold your breath. I knew it. There's a mechanism down there for... well, I don't actually know what, but I think it continues on there. Come on, Adrian, remember. That was close. It's just getting better and better here.
Adrian? Adrian! Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm okay. Just a little touch and go, that's all.
Is everything really? Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Isn't that just so impressive?
Well, I'm so glad you like my humble wine cellar. A ginormous statue of a guy with a sword, without a head. Could that be Mordred? Looks like an offering dish to me. Oops. Now that's what I call a door. Solid stone with iron bands and 6 locks. I doubt if the keys are gonna fit here. Oh well, it was worth a try. A stone coffin, I'm thinking. A rusty helmet. Somebody probably lost it. There's something different about this tablet. There's only one of these reliefs here. A whole load of symbols. Fish, crown, no idea, bones, and so on. A whole load of symbols. 7 people standing around the place. Oh no, 3 of them are lying down. Are they sleeping or are they dead?
What are you doing?
I'm opening the coffin?
Have you ever heard of rest in peace?
What? When there could be something inside that's vital to our mission?
I just don't think this is right. Not one bit.
I can't get the lid open any further, but it's moved enough to see inside. Pretty damn dusty. There's not much left of the corpse. There's a weird disc thing lying among the bones.
That looks like a round shield a warrior might use.
This thing looks a bit like a Viking shield, but it's too small for that. There's an arrowhead in here. Still looks pretty good. I'm gonna take that with me. Something sticking out of the dust. A piece of jewelry, shaped like a fish. There are only a few bones in here, nothing else. There's a metal capsule hanging between the chain links. Is that a little door? Valentina,
Yes.
looks like someone scratched their memoirs on the wall.
The hieroglyphics on the wall seem to be describing certain things which were dangerous for them back in those days.
Bread being important I can get. But a bone?
No, I don't mean each symbol on its own, but a row of symbols describes a person, for example.
So like, bread would belong to a baker then?
Yes, but it can also describe other people. Bread was baked by bakers, sold by traders, and also then eaten at some point.
Does it say how you get the door open as well?
Right now, I don't see any connection.
A couple of sticks of dynamite could come in handy right now.
I doubt it. It has to be the case that only people of pure heart can go further down. Dynamite is a somewhat brutal option.
It seems to continue here. Valentina, you coming?
Wait,
Yeah?
you see that there?
Yeah. Those aren't hieroglyphics.
That's Latin. Your ancestors must have written that.
And what does it say exactly?
A warning. Beware, guardians of the shades. They will take possession of your soul as soon as you venture into the dark.
Shades? Is that some kind of metaphor?
No, I don't think so. In the Book of Guardians, it said that Marcus had to battle through an army of shades that his brother had summoned out from the mirror.
Makes sense. First Mordred, now Shades. Well, my soul's not gonna get bored, that's for sure. This is one proper labyrinth. Where now? Straight ahead or to the right?
Did you see that? In the room ahead?
What is that?
No idea. But it's moving.
Is that one of those shades?
Whatever it is, we shouldn't get too close to it. Be a good idea to close the door.
Huh? How did you know that the switch was the right one?
I didn't. That's what you call putting your faith in God.